Hey, what's going on? It's Jason Shadrick here at the Crossroads Festival in Chicago, and we're backstage with Pete Huttlinger, and he's going to show us a quick lesson on when it comes to right-hand fingerstyle technique, what kind of things you would change as opposed to maybe a country-style tune as opposed to a pop-style tune.
Yeah.
So
we're going to take a look at this old tune called Bye Bye Blues. It's an old standard that Earl Travis did. And the Travis style, you know, is really heavy on the right-hand thumb. And so if anyone's trying to get into that stuff, the first thing you got to do is develop a steady thumb. Okay? So here's the tune in Travis style. Okay, so there's a Travis style way of approaching that. Now, if you wanted to take it, say if I wanted to do it like in a pop version, put a little funk behind it, first thing I'm going to do is slow it way down, kind of like we did with "You Are My Sunshine." You know, slow the thing down to get it more in the right tempo for a funk thing. So if I wanted to do that, I've got to take these same chords, which is basically, it starts with this G with a B in the bass, and I'll just play it for you, and then we'll talk about what I'm doing. So that, you know, obviously is light years different than the first way I played it, you know. And so what's going on, what's the big difference besides slowing it down? I mean, I'm using the same chords, it's the same melody, but there's all these things I do with muting between the two hands. You know, when I start off this thing and I go, okay, I'm hardly really playing. It's really more of a percussive approach to this because, you know, what I do so much is playing solo guitar, so I'm trying to fill in a lot of gaps, you know, and where there's not a whole lot of melody and not a whole lot of bass happening, then I've tried to fill it in with you know, a little bit of groove, even for a, you know, a white boy from Tennessee. But see how I'm slapping these backbeats, okay? And when I do that, people are always asking, how do you, all I'm doing, I fold up my fingers on the right hand, and I literally just drop them onto the guitar so that I hear that little snap like a snare or hi-hat, okay? That's, you know, classic little funk kind of guitar thing. If you're playing the 7th chord, you from the flat 3rd to the 3rd while you're playing the flat 7 on the chord. I don't have a whammy bar, so I have to, I got it, you know, I'm just grabbing this thing really tightly, and, you know, because I want to get the most sustain out of it so that I can milk those notes as I bend them all up and down. I threw that in just as a little passing thing when I played it, as a D7 flat 9 when I'm playing this descending line. Let's see. Just a nice little passing chord. Kind of a country little funk line on there, more country than funk, really. So there's some a couple of different approaches to playing one tune. You can do that kind of approach on anything. I mean, you can play. When I was playing restaurants, I would do, as a joke, I'd play everything in Chet Atkins style sometimes. People would come by and say, "Hey man, play Freebird," and I'd, "Yeah, sure." Just whatever. It was mainly to amuse myself. But while I was doing that, all those gigs, I was finding that, you really have a lot of options for arranging any particular tune. You're only limited by what you can think of and what you can physically pull out of your instrument. So the real key is, to do a little homework and figure out a bunch of different styles and try them all. Something's going to work.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Peter. That's Jason Shadrick with GuitarEdge.com.